What's going on, everybody? Jonah Buncher with Bunch's Diesel. We are still out here dealing with some leftover snow. It's making quite a mess. Get over here and see what the guys got going on there. I believe they're getting this truck cleaned out before they pull it inside. What y'all doing out here?
Freezing.
You pulling this whole thing out?
I ain't gonna sit here and sweep off the whole damn thing, yeah.
Thought we wasn't supposed to say the bad words on the YouTube videos.
Well, I didn't know it was going on YouTube.
Excuse me, YouTube. We'll have to bleep that out for the child audience. Just take the big yellow broom and sweep that out.
Why does it matter? Or I can just pull this out.
You do whatever you want to do.
I'm gonna pull this out.
All right, then. Cody?
No. I told you it's got my hand as cold as it is.
You complain.
These two are not up to camera etiquette yet.
Of the camera etiquette?
Yeah.
You're not either.
I know, but I'm actively trying to get better.
You're going to go down.
It's too low.
I got things slacky.
We could make a good video on that. You can go hook it to the four-wheeler?
Huh?
See which one you or Cody could hold on the longest?
No.
Why? All right, guys, so we've got Wesley's truck. It's done, ready to go. We're waiting on a couple little things to get it finished up, but I've got to get it running to get some miles on it. But we've had a pretty good snowstorm this weekend, so we'll see if it'll start up. Truck is finished up. We got to get some test miles on it. We'll see how good this truck likes to start in the snow with the big motor and injectors and twin turbos. We'll see how she runs. Bailey's got the Cummins going together this morning. Got to get the freeze plugs put in, just kind of touching up a few paint spots on the block here. This is the first truck that we've done in this pink. it's a pretty cool color because it's gonna have a lot of pink, and you can see it's got like the billet freeze plugs, the billet water pump, the valve cover's gonna have the pink and black in, and it's got 2 sets of turbos, so both of them are gonna have the pink on. So it'll be a pretty cool layout. That paint pen did not last. What happened there? VHT, you need to make better paint cans. Cody, what are we working on today? Front done. So this truck, I don't know if we ended up putting it in the other video or not. I'm thinking not. We ended up putting a motor in this truck, did a couple other things, put the big 4-core radiator in it with the billet brackets. Like I said, it's a full motor, everything on the truck, rotating assembly's new, it's got headers, we're building exhaust for it. Cody has been, the last couple of days, rebuilding this entire front end from the suspension, all the steering surface, steering gearbox, pitman idler arms, inner and outer tie rod sleeves, full upper control arms, right Cody?
Yeah.
Full upper control arms that have the bolt-in ball joints. The lower control arms you couldn't get, so we had to rebuild those, which ended up being a job, but got all new bushings and lower ball joints in there, new brake calipers, rotors, pads, pretty much everything, shocks, everything on this whole thing's front end has been redone and gone through. This guy bought this truck new and just kind of wanted to do a full revamp on it. Brake lines too though, right? Yeah, we had to fixing the brake lines too. So what he's doing today, and we'll get some footage of this a little later on, is this truck had disc brakes in the front, drum brakes in the back. We're stripping the axle down to the bare, essentially the hub assembly, and going to rebuild it back out with a kit to convert it to the disc brakes. So it's going to have disc brakes in the front, disc brakes in the back. Just going to kind of make the driving experience for them a little better. So that's, I think, what we've got going on today. Cody's going to should have this thing done around lunchtime. We've got to pull that rear end out get the rear end back in here for that 7.3 to get it put back in this afternoon. Anything else, Cody, you can think of? Huh?
Should be it.
Should be it in rear shocks. So hopefully getting this kind of wrapped up. We're really close to being wrapped up today, and then start the other one. So.
Hey, well, I don't blame him.
All right, so he's fixing to start putting the valve cover and stuff on. You can see we got the new fleece billet, rocker bridges, and all new Cummins stuff. So this is Blake Stansbury. This is his truck. He come by to hang out with everybody. So there's him, and look here, spinning around. There's Connor and old Pipe sitting over there. But he's fixing to put the valve cover on, so all this is going to get covered up. But you can see, run through and set all the valve wax on everything, and ready to put the valve cover on, ain't you, Bailey? You can put it on before you do the injector response.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna get that put on, get some shots of that, and then we're getting ready to put the cab down. So we have turbos mounted up, making some good progress.
It's all about the farmer and the van.
Aren't you glad you talked a minute of that? So I know I said the other day that we was going to be working on these two trucks then, and then we've had some problems and things changed. So kind of give you an update of what we're going on. So tonight, this is Friday night. It is 7:15, and we are working on this Dana 80 still. It has kind of been a little bit of a problem. These boys are really enjoying it, and I'm sure that they're in a great mood. How are you guys doing?
Yep.
Not that way?
Hmm?
Not that way?
Yeah.
Cody? So, let me flip around and show you what we got going on. So the problem we've had with this truck, this 450 here, is a Dana 80. So if any of you guys have ever built or rebuilt a Dana 80, these things are they're not complicated, but it's the way they go together. You can change one shim here and it affects two other things. And so it's just a lot of in and out, getting it right, back and forth, in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. And so it's just, and typically when you bring one in, they're not completely destroyed like this one was. And you've kind of got a stock reference that you can base that off of. So this one, with it being completely destroyed and having to go through, we can't even go off of factory settings. So then we're having to redo it that many more times. So it's really been a pain for the guys. So hopefully we're gonna try to get this thing wrapped up tonight. They've almost got it done. We've got a turbo to get put on tomorrow, and then I guess we'll take Sunday off and be back to Monday. So let me talk to them and see what we got going on.
How much pressure goes into your races?
So say that one more time.
So on the Dana 80s, your shims that go in here under this upper pinion bearing basically restricts how much pressure goes into your races right here, the bearings into the races. So you add shims to relieve pressure and you subtract shims to add pressure.
Okay. So adding those shims there is just putting the seal farther out toward us, correct?
It puts the bearing out further, yes.
Hands all the way.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah. There we go. Now, get you a good hold on it. And just pull her out.
So something that we're gonna kind of go over real quick. This truck is getting a 9-blade charger. So if you can count, we'll start the white one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, versus the factory, say this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 actually. So, and then you can also see this is a stage 2 turbo, because the difference is gonna be the milling here. So this wheel is actually bigger. So you can see the gap we've got here versus the gap here, where this turbo has been milled out to accept the bigger wheel, which means more exhaust can spin, takes more exhaust to spin this over. So it's less back pressure.